And so here we are, middle of July. Holy moly, we're about to reach the start of school. Where did the summer go? Darn it. Only 925 new listings. So what we're seeing is that the number of properties coming to the market has been slower these last few weeks, except for last week where it spiked. We've had these numbers in the high 800s, low 900s. And so there's some indication that sellers are pulling back, not putting their properties on the market. The data in the industry or in the world says that about 50% of all owners still have interest rates at 4% or lower. And if they haven't moved on those at this point, now that it's been 3 or 4 or 5 years, that's a good sign that that group is pretty locked in. And so we're not seeing the traditional number of properties coming to the market because of that situation now that we're kind of 4 or 5 years into and still holding steady. So listings are down. The median list price of properties that are coming on the market is also coming down a little bit over these last weeks, indicating that the sellers that are on the market recognize that their price has got to be very competitive. It's got to be on point because buyers aren't just out there spending money freely like they may have in years past. They want a deal. They want a house in great condition. They want something for their money that makes them feel good. Under contract units, 523 this week, very similar to last week at 522, down though from the the 600s that we'd been seeing just a few weeks ago, and so but. I'd say that slowdown there, but this slowdown is kind of to be expected. Demand does kind of wane some in July and August as we move out of high season, and those that are settled in for school are already settled. So the activity was higher in the early summer months, spring months, and now it's slower as we kind of round out the summer. Sold units also down now, from weeks in the 500s into the 600s for a few weeks. Now we're spending our weeks down around the high 400s, low 500s. And the median sales price 3 weeks in a row now under 490. So the median sales price has hit that new peak. These last few weeks in July suggest that number may dip as we come through July. First week 485, second 479, and now a 488, suggesting if it keeps up here for this last week of July, when we report July's numbers, the single family residence price could go down. All that it's gained here in these last couple of months is approached and reached new heights at the high 490, I think it's 498 mark. And so, not too much that we didn't expect. We knew sellers were kind of slowing down. We knew the demand in the market would quiet at the end of high season, and those are what we're seeing. How we play out into the rest of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter will be very interesting, seeing whether 2026 is a rebound from 2025 or whether we're going to have another 2025 or worse year and wondering when we're going to see good times again. We'll keep watching.